Hi, I am Chris Turner. I am your child's English teacher. This is an AP class. We call this AP Language and Composition. It's taught at the 11th grade level. We shorten it to AP Lang. I apologize for not being here tonight. I have something that is pressing that has to be taken care of. However, this should give you much of the information. This is my 29th year in BCPS. I started teaching at Southwest Academy. Middle school, I started with sixth grade. I then went to Cockeysville, where I stayed in sixth grade until I was in seventh. I then went to e-learning as the department chair and taught numerous grade levels there, every grade level. And then I was at Carver before I came here as the department chair. I've taught from sixth to graduate level and every single level in between, meaning that I've taught GT as well as standard, honors, all of those. I currently teach graduate classes for Loyola. I teach the classes for teachers who want to become English teachers. I've been a nationally board certified teacher for 22 years, and I just recently renewed. Your student's in pretty good hands academically because I've been doing this for a while, and my AP pass rate is fantastic, and it's the highest that it's ever been from last year, which was an 85.2%. We really did a fantastic job. A little bit personal, my family, my husband is in sales for Cintas, and I have two daughters, Misha, who will be a junior at Hereford, and Marin, who will be a freshman at Hereford. So I should be pretty busy with those two. And as you notice, I have a junior, so I know what that feels like. The easiest way to communicate with me is going to be Schoology messages, because then we can have a back and forth of what's going on. But I'm really starting to lean in more towards these talking points since it comes to your phone. I really enjoy getting messages from my own kids' teachers that way. And I think that it does a nice job of, in the moment, making sure that everyone's on the same page. If you're ever wondering about your students' grades, please use Schoology to look at the grades. If you have a question about them, then reach out to me. And there's my email, cturner@bcps.org. We're going to lean into the Gator Way again this year, and that is tradition, pride, and excellence. You can take a minute if you want to pause and take a look at what our behaviors look like. This is something we started last year, and we will probably we are going to go over this during Wednesday's advisory / Gatorade, because every student has a Gatorade, and they will be given what does tradition look like, what does pride look like, and what does excellence look like. So we're all going to try our best to follow that Gator Way. Expectations. A little change this year is cell phones. There's a lot of research out that shows that cell phones are very much a cause of not only academic issues and academic concerns coming up, but also behavior. The research also shows that it's not just enough to have that phone put away in a bag that the students are keeping. It's better for it to actually be physically away from them. So what will happen is we will store the cell phones in a teacher cell phone box. It is a box that the cell phones are protected by foam. The kids put them in there. If a fire drill happens, it has a handle. I will pick up that box. We will go out the door. They will be safe. They can see them because the front is clear. Please know your student will still have their cell phone. They will just have it away from them, which will increase learning. Please, please, please bring your BCPS issued device every single day. You can't use your personal device. So many students brought them last year. I need you to make sure you have your BCPS issued device. We're not going to do everything on the computer, but many times you're going to want it. My goals for us are simple. I want you to become a better thinker. I don't want to tell you what to think, but I'm going to help you learn how to think. I want you to become a better reader because that's all we're going to do for homework. Your homework is going to be nonstop reading. And become a better writer. And hopefully all of these combined make you a better person. If you haven't had a chance to join, and I sent this out already, and it's in the syllabus, feel free to join here. If not, we will use this during class. Uh, we're looking at a major text per quarter. However, I'm probably going to assign a lot more. We're probably going to assign 2 per quarter. I try to do personal choice, but sometimes students are picking books that are way below where they need to be, and it's not helping them on the AP exam or SAT. And we know that that's important. So a lot of the reading will be what I'm assigning. More reading shows that your test scores go up. That seems very common sense, but we have to actually do the reading. The homework really is going to be to read. So lean into it. Get ready to read. If you are someone who would like to challenge the AP exam, that exam will be taking place on May 13th at 8 a.m. It is free for anyone who is CCR'd. I have a list of people who are CCR'd, so you can always see me. And here is a breakdown of what that exam looks like. Absence work, of course, can be made up with an excused absence note, and there's always going to be upgrade opportunities because I believe that with writing, we always need to write, and redo. So please know everything will be set so that your student has those opportunities. Important dates: first day of school, September 1st, Labor Day. Then we have a weekend where you could potentially go away to the beach, because that's what I plan on doing. The 17th and 20th, it's a Friday, Monday combo. So go somewhere fun. And then finally, Halloween's the end of the quarter. I know I kind of flew through this, but I don't want to take up too much of your time. I appreciate you for understanding that I'm not here. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out. Please reach out. Here's how you can get a hold of me. Have a wonderful day. I am looking forward so much to meeting your students. I tell my husband every year, they are the joy of my life. Coming into this building every day and getting to teach these amazing students is what keeps me coming back year after year. That's why 29 years later, here I am. All right. Thank you. Have a great day.